Spencer with Ice Resin Creative Team 2013. Today we're going to be doing some industrial chic, specifically chain work. We're just kind of break down the different ways that you can use industrial chic chain. So I'm going to make two necklaces using two different styles, and then you can kind of see how easily it would be to incorporate that into bracelets or other elements, whether you want it to put on a hat or you want to put it on a belt, whatever you'd like. So today it's all about necklaces. Okay, so let's get started. First things first, this is industrial chic chain, and the two that I'm using for my necklaces today are industrial chic as well, but it's just sort of an example of how many beautiful designs have gone into each of these. This is almost like a gunmetal gray, and it's super shiny and pretty. I mean, you've got an antique copper, an antique silver, and then they've gone ahead and mixed brass with copper, which is a really popular look these days. So just a couple of ideas on how the chains can vary from style to style. All right, so let's get you guys started on the first necklace. So this first one, I just sort of just took it apart, and when it comes in the package, it looks a little bit like this, and you're just thinking, how am I going to use that as a necklace? So I pulled apart the pieces so that they had three different pieces to them. Okay, and for the first, I'm just going to use this as one side, and this is the second. And then, like you see on so many necklaces, there's a little chain that dangles down at the back with a little bead on it. So that's what I'm going to do here. And all you really need is two pairs of jewelry pliers. And I have the really cool jump ring pliers, which I just recently found, and I adore them. But all you really need is two flat nose. Okay? So I'm just going to take and open up one of the jump rings on the end here. And I've already created my little pendant using an industrial chic tin. Oopsies. I'll just close that off and open up the second. See how it's coming together? It's so unbelievably easy. And then I'm just bringing in another jump ring that's from a similar set. You never want to get rid of extra jump rings or chain. You always want to hold on to it just in case. Because I'm always finding that I incorporate them into other designs, and that's just a really neat element. So what I just did is I added on a little lobster claw closure. These sets don't typically come with closures. They have some really cool decorative closures on the line, so they want you to be able to kind of pick and choose what you'd like to use as your closure. So for this next one, I'm slipping on the shorter piece of chain. And then I'm going to very carefully open up the end of one of these little guys. And add on a little briolette wire wrapped bead. So then when I close it off, it's going to have a little dangle, which is super, super sweet. So for this particular necklace, as you can see, they've got the sari silks interwoven into the larger chain, and it gives a very, very antique look. So I'm really a big fan of the sari silk ones. They're fave. So that's that finished piece for you. And you can very easily see how you would take a vintage pendant. A lot of these were brooches / pendants. So this has a little hook on it, in which case you could really easily just kind of make a piece that can be interchangeable if you'd like to. I love interchangeable pieces. They make my day. So that's the first necklace. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the second one. For this second one, I did use a backless bezel, and it's pretty awesome because then you've got the light that comes through and you can see through paper. The ice resin has made the paper more translucent, which is really great, and I used a vintage bauble to go inside. So that is my focal point today. And I did opt to use this really pretty gunmetal gray metal today. So I'm just going to go ahead and take and open it up, and I'm not separating it. I should probably show you guys that too. There are 3 different chains. There's a really tiny fine cable chain, there's a really pretty chain in here that's almost got like a little pewter bead on it, and then this has the twisted wire bangle on it. So 3 different really beautiful pieces, and I'm keeping all of them together. I'm not going to pull them apart. Just connecting that to my pendant. And earlier on, I went ahead and used, again, some more of my extra jump rings that I put in between some crystals and some precious stones. And I'm just going to go ahead and take and open that up and attach it to my pendant as well. So that'll open. And I've already attached my lobster claw here as well. For me, I'm a big fan of not making everything symmetrical, making things a little funky. So my closure, my end, is off on the side here. And that's a really great trick too, for a lot of you guys who have a hard time putting necklaces on behind your neck, going with a larger closure and having your attachment on the side. So now we've got 2 pretty killer looking unique pieces of jewelry, having used the industrial chic chain, and I hope that those sort of helped give you some ideas on how to use the chain, and that you guys will incorporate these into hats and bracelets and belt buckles. They're really, really beautiful. You can't go wrong. So thanks for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. For any other tricks and techniques on how to fill a backless bezel or how to fill a tin from the industrial chic line, check out iceresin.com.